What's up with it, y'all? Hey, I'm back in the car. Do you hear me? You know, I'm chilling today. It's a good day as usual. The sun ain't shining too much. It ain't too hot. I got a bike recently and I be riding it around and whatnot, and it's fun. I forgot how fun riding a bike is. Unless you going uphill, then your legs be hurting. But going downhill is fun because you don't got to pedal or nothing. You just be like that. It's fun. So today, I want to have a lighter vibe, really talk to y'all like it's a live stream type deal. And just talk to y'all like you the homies. Like we sitting here chilling, chopping it up, and just talking about life and stuff. Let's talk about how to get closer to the Lord, how to have that communion with God, how to build that relationships, different tips and strategies and different things like that. One thing you can do. Oh yeah, if this pace is too slow to you, go to YouTube and go to the speed on the YouTube thing. You can turn up the speed, put it at 1.25 or 1.50 speed if it's too slow, to make it more fast. I do that sometimes with videos that are at a slower pace. So, one thing you can do to get closer to the Lord is watch your diet. For me personally, my diet starts a lot of my decision making. Like if I'm not eating healthy, then the rest of my decisions are not going to be healthy. It starts with the diet. What are you putting into your body? Because not only is it affecting your body, it's affecting your energy level, affecting the minerals and vitamins and things in your body. It is the mindset, the mentality of what you are eating. Because you start off eating junk, it's like you already took an L in that area, so you likely to take L in other areas as well. Your mindset is already off. Your mindset is already defeated. It starts with that battle. Win that battle. Win that battle of, should I go to chips or should I go to an apple? Should I go to junk or should I fast right now? Should I wait till 5 to eat or should I eat some junk right now? Win that battle and you'll find that you'll win a lot of other battles as well. You'll win a lot of spiritual battles. Win the battle of the flesh, the battle of the mind, to subdue your spirit, to pick up your cross, to crucify your flesh. If you can do that, you'll be in a much better position to stop yourself when the temptations come throughout the day. When those times come. Diet is big. Diet is big. What's also big is getting up in the morning. Get up in the morning and you'll find that, first of all, don't eat a lot at night. Don't stuff yourself at night. And it's easier to get up in the morning. Don't, if you eat a big dinner at 10, 11, you stuff, you gonna wake up and you gonna feel that. It takes a lot of energy to digest food. So you gonna feel that when you wake up, and you're not gonna wanna get up because of it. Your body's still gonna be digesting that food. You're not gonna wanna get out that bed, you know. But when you are less hungry, your body starts to thinking like, bro, what's going on? Why you go into kind of like a survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Your body like, okay, let's get up. Let's look for food. You know. But you are satisfied when you are full. You are satisfied. And that is not a good place to be. If you want to get moving, if you have things you want to do. So get out the bed. Set a time to get up. You know, don't eat a heavy dinner. Treat night like the morning. And what I mean by that is you're not going to wake up and stuff yourself, eat a breakfast to the point where you don't want to do nothing throughout the day. No, you're going to eat a breakfast that's light, that's, you know, because you know you got stuff to do. You don't want to feel bad while you're doing it. Treat the night like that. Sorry, y'all. It was a interruption, but I forgot where I was at. But don't eat anything heavy at night to get your day started, to make better decisions, basically. So, because we don't understand what food does to our brain. What it does, it lights up certain parts of the brain. It makes us, some of it is just gasoline to the flesh. Some of it is just, it gets us. What's up with it, y'all? Second interruption. The devil is a liar. We gonna keep it pushing. I forgot exactly where I was at, but food affects us a lot. Food has a big impact on our decision making, and it starts with our mind. It starts with our mind. Fasting. And fasting isn't even about the food a lot of times. It's not even about the abstaining from food, like the physicality of it. It's about the mentality of it, the mindset. I'm going to decide I'm not going to eat anything. It's that decision that has so much power, because it's that same thinking that will help you escape the snares of the devil when he tempts you. It's that same decision. No, I'm not going to do that. I want to, but I'm not going to. I want to eat, but I'm not going to eat. I want to text her, but I'm not going to. It's that same decision. It prepares you for the battle. Fasting is a superpower, bro. And it's less about the physicality and all the benefits and more about the mental benefits, bro. That's why it is fruitless when we fast. Then when we're done, we start binging. Like, you forgot the whole point of the fast. If you start binging food after your fast, you forgot the point of it. It's to train your brain. It's to discipline your mind. It's to get your flesh in subjugation. So if you can do that, because a lot of people, they think not eating for half a day is crazy. But if you can do that, then you'll find that when other temptations come, It's not as hard. Now I'm not stressing about it as much. Now the urge is not unmanageable. Now that I can think about something else and my mind be on whatever it is I'm thinking about instead of the temptation. It helps, man. It helps. If you haven't tried fasting, it's a cheat code. It's a superpower. And Jesus tells us to fast in the Bible. He doesn't say if you fast. He says when you fast, you know. So that tells me he's telling us that it's a requirement, not something that we should, that, you know, it's a maybe. We should plan it. We should plan fast. It might be once a month with some of y'all. It might be once a week. It might be once a year. But get into that habit, bro, because it really helps with your discipline. It really helps with just overcoming the temptations of our flesh, bro. Because that's something that's constant, you know. You never, you know, we need that for fuel, right? And when we can get that in subjugation, imagine what we can do with stuff that we don't need as much. Like sex. You don't need sex to survive. You know, we think we do, but we don't. So if we can get our food in subjugation, we are more likely to get our sexual cravings in subjugation. We are more likely to tame that. More likely to be able to handle those temptations. Because the urge to eat is one of the most powerful urges on earth. And it's constant, consistent, doesn't go away. We be full with our urge to eat. Make it make sense. Secular entertainment is big. I'm not going to say be a legalist and no secular entertainment at all, none whatsoever. You can't do this, you can't do that. But the closer association that you have with the world, the more likely you are to fall back into it. When bad things happen, when you're depressed, lonely, and tempting times come, the closer association you have with the world, the more likely you are to fall back into it. If you are watching movies and watching television every night, like the average person, okay, when something but you're not addicted to it like the average person, like the carnal person, when something happens in your life that gets you depressed, you're much more likely to run back to that. Because you already have that association with it. You already have that close association with it. You're much more likely to run back to video games if you're playing with it. You're much more likely to do that stuff. So I would say, to help you with your relationship with God, cut back or cut off, if you can, secular entertainment. I have made a vow to cut off secular entertainment. I don't watch anything secular. That's a lie. I see things, but I don't put much attention on it, I would say. I don't have Netflix, a TV, none of that. I have a computer monitor and I have YouTube as my only form of entertainment. And I don't go to the YouTube recommended as a lot because they recommend a lot of stuff. I go to my subscriptions. What am I subscribed to? So I can filter out what am I focusing on, what, you know, to not be as enticed to click on some stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the Lord, ain't got nothing to do with my salvation, ain't got nothing to do with my soul, it ain't helping me whatsoever. You know, and that helps me keep me grounded. It keeps me focused. It keeps me it keeps me prepared for the world, bro. It keeps that association with the world at a distance. That helps. That helps. It does. And that may sound extreme to some of y'all. That's way too far. But it feels good, you know, to not be just listen to some crap, bro. Because a lot of secular entertainment is crap. A lot of it is just to get it gets your mind in places that it shouldn't be. A lot of it, we don't realize how sexualized our culture is, how demonic these things are. We just witches and witchcraft and all these different sins and different wickedness is just normalized. We see it every day, and it just desensitizes us to it, and it's not as bad as if we do it, because we just watched a million movies, a million TV shows when somebody else was doing it. You know, it desensitizes us to sin when sin is not something to play with. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So that helps. Cut off your association with secular entertainment and secular music. I can talk about music forever, bro. Music is spiritual. Music is spiritual. When you listen to an old song, and it's going to remind you of the things that happened when that song came out. And likely you were in sin. Likely you were doing something you weren't supposed to do. Likely you weren't saved with all these old secular songs. So listening to old secular songs. I was listening to Jenny Weaver. I don't know if you know her. She was talking about how she would listen to her old songs, and it remind her of the old dudes that she used to talk to. And that's what happens a lot. We listen to old songs, it reminds us of the drugs, of the parties, of all the stuff, that worldly life that we should forget about. Music is like a time machine. Associations. Some people you're gonna have to cut off, and it's gonna hurt. Family, close friends. Some people you're gonna have to cut off, and it's gonna hurt. And that doesn't mean you don't love them. That doesn't mean that you don't care about them. The best thing that you can do for some people is to put distance between y'all. It'll help them grow, and it'll help you in your walk. It'll help them see you and see the Lord in you, and it'll help you. And that's just the truth. God, some people are held back from their calling, from a more intimate relationship with God, from their purpose, because they're too attached to an old friend. They're too attached to a family member that they love. The Lord said what? If you love family members, you love mama, brother, sister, daughter, whoever, more than me, you're not worthy of my kingdom. It's important to cut off unhealthy soul ties. It's important to cut off that if they're pulling you away from the Lord. It's important to let that go. It may hurt. It may be painful. But are they worth it? Are they worth you losing your salvation because you cared about the opinions of man more than you cared about your relationship with God? Because a lot of people, they just don't understand what they do. They don't understand that just being around them and hearing them talk, hearing them move, seeing their mindset is contagious. Mindsets are contagious. The Lord said what? Good company corrupts good character. Good company corrupts good character. Bad company corrupts good character. You know? And we hanging around, if you're hanging around them, just being around them, just the energy, just the vibes is contagious, and you'll start slipping back into old mindsets. You know, they don't understand. It's hard to tell them that without hurting their feelings. So the best thing to do, let them go. Let them go. And love them from a distance. Pray for them, fast for them. But your love is agape love. It doesn't depend on what they do for you. It depends on what God did for you. I love you like Christ loved me. I love you regardless. I love you because you're you. I love you because you are human, and I love you too much to let you destroy both of us. So it hurts, but the best thing that I can do for you is to put some space between us. And a lot of times what happens is that person comes to the Lord. They see with time, they understand why you had to do what you had to do. And they receive your love in a different manner, and y'all come together in Christ instead of in worldly values and worldly pursuits. So we got to ask ourselves if we serious, man. If we serious, because we got to do what we got to do, and a lot of times it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts, bro. Another one, a big one, is sexual purity. When you start that journey, it feels like God intimacy is on another level. When we're sexually impure, it feels like there's like space between. It's like God got his elbow and he's like, It's like space between you and him to a certain extent. You know, you're still his child. He loves you regardless, but it's not as intimate. You know, it's almost like you're dirty. But practicing self-control in the area of sexuality brings on a more intimate relationship with the Lord. He calls us to be sexually pure. And that means not fornicating, which is sex before marriage, not committing adultery, which is thinking about lustful thoughts in your mind. It's not just physical, it's mental. It is living a pure life when it comes to sexuality, no pornography or masturbation. That helps big time with your relationship with God. God shines a light on you when you practice sexual purity. That means celibacy. That means no sex until marriage. And our culture has normalized the demonic, has normalized the opposite, has normalized sex with everybody, unfortunately. And we think it's normal, and it's not. We think that it's just what it is, but it's not cool. Unfortunately, bro. But it don't matter what we think. The punishment for it was already written way back in the day. We think we're gonna get to heaven and argue with God, but God, I'm Jamarcus. I'm your son. I'm this. But don't you love me? Don't you this? And the Lord said, what? Not everybody that comes to me that says, Lord, Lord, is going to be saved. He's going to say, what? I never knew you. Depart. You who practice lawlessness. You didn't practice my laws. You didn't follow my laws, and the laws are written in the book. It's not like we don't have them. We just decided to go along with the cultures. We just decided to not listen to them. You know, it don't matter what we say. The consequences has been written so long ago, and it hasn't changed. He was like, I already told you this. Before I made the waters, when I already told you the consequences of sin. In the beginning was the word. You knew this word told you what would happen if you broke my laws. But you went and followed your culture's laws. You did what was normal in the eyes of them, in the eyes of man. But yeah, sexual purity helps. It does. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all like this talk. I hope y'all having a good one, man. You know, it's hot, but we gonna make it happen, man. We gonna make it happen, bro. Y'all take care.